Bert here, and I am on my way for another Bert's adventure. I'm really excited this morning because I am in northeast Pennsylvania in Pike County, and I'm about to get on a river that I've never been on before, which is hard to believe because it's the largest river in the area. It flows through my hometown of Philadelphia, yet I've never been on it. Today we're going to paddle the Delaware River, and we're doing actually a pretty well-known section of the Delaware. I'm in Pike County, Pennsylvania, and I'm on my way to Bushkill Falls area, and I'm going to be paddling from Dingman's Ferry to Bushkill Falls. So I'll be parking in Bushkill, taking a shuttle up to Dingman's, and then it's just going to be a short little 10-mile flat water paddle today. So I'll check in when I get to the launch, and we'll tell a little bit more about this journey. So where I am is I'm at the River Runner Shuttle stop at Bushkill, the Bushkill River access. And you can see there's some other people here. There's a group that's going to be going out on a camping trip for a couple days. And then there's me. And basically this is a free shuttle that will take you from here. There's about 5 stops. We're at stop number 3, I think. And we're gonna go up to Dingman's Ferry from here. Pretty cool operation they got going on. This is the shuttle. Running a few minutes behind schedule, but it was fully loaded. A bunch of people jumped off. Now we're getting us loaded up, and we'll be off to the next stop. So there's my boat, relaxing in the shade under the tree. And here's the river. That's the Dingman's Ferry Bridge. There's some rangers getting ready to put out. Now about 10 minutes ago, there was probably 25 people here, so there's a bunch of boats that just went out on the river, and I'm still here. But why am I still here, you might ask? Well, when my wife hears this story, she won't be surprised. But you know, the kayak got loaded up on the River Runner, beautiful thing. And I'm ready to take all my stuff into the bus to sit down. And they said, throw your paddles in the box. Guess whose paddles are still in that box, and his boat is here. So I'm here waiting for the shuttle to make its return stop, which will probably be about 45 minutes of just maxing and relaxing before I get on the water. All right, folks. Finally on the water and beginning this adventure. It's 11:05 on Saturday morning. I left my house at 7:45. Got to the shuttle stop at 8:35, expecting a 9 o'clock shuttle. He showed up around 9:25. Took a few minutes, probably 15-20 minutes to get everything loaded, and on the shuttle. Then we had about a 20-minute drive up here, and then got unloaded. And that's when I realized after the shuttle left that I left my paddle on the bus. Now we're on the river. That is in the background. You can see that is the Dingman's Ferry Bridge. Perhaps you can see it. That connects Pennsylvania to New Jersey. Short little run. Today we're going to be going from Dingman's Ferry back down to Bushkill. Be about 10 miles. Right now, it looks like I got the river to myself. But I'm telling you, in the hour I was sitting there waiting for the shuttle to come back, at least 50 people put off in the water. But I'm telling you, in the hour I was sitting there waiting for the shuttle to come back, at least 50 people put off in the water. In everything from canoes and kayaks to inner tubes, crazy inflatable pool contraptions, rowboats, one motorboat, oh, and even a paddle boat. That was kind of interesting. So I know I'm going to catch up with people sooner or later. But for now, I'm enjoying the peace and quiet. It's nothing like going down the river and the only thing you hear is the splash of your paddle. I think these are margansers. At least that's the term I've heard at our lake. Hi guys. Hello. Hello. Sorry to chase you off. I'll tell you, the biggest surprise to me so far is just how clear and clean this water is. Super healthy ecosystem. Lots of grasses and algae underneath. Water is crystal clear. I'm hearing and seeing fish jump all over the place. That's actually really exciting to see. Here's something that's actually kind of sad. Seeing a swan over here by him or herself. You know, they mate for life. So when you see a swan out in the wild and it's all alone, it means it's lost its partner. That's kind of sad. What a beautiful bird though, huh? That's worth banging off a couple little rocks. Sorry to scare you away, buddy. So for anyone that doesn't know, the Delaware River, I believe, makes up the entirety of the border between Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So when we're going down river, river left is New Jersey, and river right is Pennsylvania. And it will remain that way the entire way down. We got a big heron up there. Wow. Hey, buddy. See, that's the thing. When they take off, they almost guide you down the river. They don't go far. They usually go 50, maybe 100 yards, and they stop. And sometimes they'll just hopscotch all the way down the river. Uh-oh. That's not a sound I want to hear. Just got a big rumble of thunder. It's behind me. I don't know what way it's moving. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. That would kind of suck. Okay, so thunderstorms throws a little kink in the plans. So I've got my tracking app open down here, and it says when I'm paddling, I'm doing around 4 miles an hour. So that's a good thing. So far I've gone about 3 miles. That means I've got 7 miles to go. If I paddle the whole way at good speed, I could probably do it in, and right now it says I'm going 4.6, which seems pretty fast. So I've got about 7 miles to go. 3.5 miles an hour. I got about 2 hours. Worst case scenario, I jump off the river and let the storm pass. Just hide in the woods somewhere. Okay. last few minutes, the wind has definitely picked up. And there are storms coming from my west. They come kind of from the northwest. So in front of me, it's still blue skies. And everything looks great. But behind me, it's pretty nasty and to my right, so river right. And the gray is starting to take over on top of me. I'm hearing hints of thunder, more than hints. So I'm just going to try to keep up the pace and paddle and hope that this GPS app is accurate and I really am doing like 4.4, 4.5 miles an hour. Takes these little ripples pretty well. It's not really made for that. And it is getting darker by the minute, folks. I'm going to pivot around here. Show you the sky. It does not look good in that direction. Not the sound I like to hear when I'm out on the water. So I'm going to try and make a little bit of time here. And then at some point, I'm going to pull off on the Pennsylvania side because that is moving from west to east. I'll pull off on the Pennsylvania side and try to get an area on the beach under some trees when the rain starts coming. In the meantime, just keep on paddling, Bert. Alright, I outrun the rain for a little while. Now it's coming. I'm going to pull in this little parking garage here. See if maybe this will protect me for a little while. Well, as you can see, it is pouring rain, but I found this nice little parking garage under these trees on the side. Just going to pull out. I'm reasonably dry under here, and I'm just going to hang out here, eat some lunch, and wait this thing out for a little while. I don't mind getting wet, but I don't like thunder and lightning. Wow. All right, so let's see what kind of time we lost there. We lost about 45 or 50 minutes with that. Now it's past. See, the skies are clearing up. So a couple lessons learned there. One, when you hear thunder and lightning coming, get the hell off the water, folks. Try to get someplace safe. Admittedly, under a tree probably isn't the best spot, but you know what, I was in low ground and I was as covered as I could be. Second lesson I learned there was, I'm glad I'm wearing non-cotton material, because the temperature dropped probably 10 degrees during that little storm, and now I can already feel the humidity kicking back in again. But I'll dry off pretty quickly with this shirt, so I didn't get chilly at all. The other thing is, I noticed, wow, there's lightning. When I was coming down before the storm, the wind was in my face. That tells me a counterclockwise flow as the storm was approaching from the west. Now that is past, now that wind is coming at my back. So that tells me that the little front is basically past me, and the wind has changed direction, so I feel pretty good about that. And then the other thing is, I'm glad I had my hatch cover, because I was able to put that on the boat and keep most of that rain out. Something that might have been nice to have would be a poncho. Just a simple little poncho. I could have sat there. I could have, basically been pretty dry and sat on the ground or sat in a crouch and had been protected all around. So figure that out for next time. In the meantime, here, let's get back to making time on the river. Oh, biggest rapids we've seen yet. Oh. That's the biggest water we've had so far. Was not expecting that. I'm just paddling away. Sometimes when I get in these flats, I just start counting strokes. And I just did 500 strokes without a break. Just this nice little pace, just like this. All right, there's the sun. Man, I am just seeing fish in this water, people. It's clear again. Now the sun's out, I guess. It's amazing. It's like almost like paddling in an aquarium. It's so clear you can see the fish underneath you. One of the prettiest views yet, in my opinion. I like that when you get bends in the river, it almost looks like the mountains are going, right across it. It really makes for a pretty view. You're just going to stop paddling, you're at the mercy of the wave. Sometimes it's nice to just lean back, take the paddle out of the water, just lay back and enjoy the sounds. So this little guy is just floating on the water. And I wondered what it was, and I pulled up and found him. And on the bottom it says, "Please put me back in the water. I am paddle to the sea." Then email paddle@ccimail.com with an update. Thanks so much. Huh. Well, buddy, you're my two favorite colors, blue and orange. And I wish you a lot of luck. Paddle well, my friend. Well, it says he is a paddle to the sea. So we're on the Delaware River, and yeah, he's on his way. So the Delaware River empties out into Delaware Bay, which of course empties out into the Atlantic Ocean. So my man's probably only about 100 or so yards or miles from his destination, if the sea is his destination. Let's see how long it takes him to get there. Well, folks, I can see the launch in front of me, probably about half mile, which means I'm coming to the end of this trip. First time on the Delaware, and I have got to say that it is spectacular. The water is gorgeous. Vegetation, the fish, the wildlife. I can't even count how many bald eagles I saw today. Maybe the same one over and over, but a lot of bald eagle sightings. It is Saturday, so it's really crowded out here, but that's okay. I would say probably 2/3 of my time I was by myself. It was just a little while where I came across some people. A lot of people pulled over onto the side and just having a good time, camping, playing in the water. But I can highly recommend a trip on the Delaware River. I can't wait to do more of this river and to actually get down towards the actual Delaware water gap and see how beautiful it is down there. So I will be back. This is really convenient to my mountain house, and I'll definitely be back, hopefully with friends next time. All right, folks, well, here we are, back at the Bushkill launch. That was a really nice paddle. Had a little rain delay for about a half hour. Had some logistical issues in the beginning. But other than that, just a flat out awesome job. So as we come in here now,